Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Denise. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining me. I'm always glad to see you. Today we'll be making baked ziti. I think I'll be making one to make for dinner tonight for me and my brother, and another to put in the freezer for us to have in the future sometime. Maybe I'll give it to a friend of mine who's having a total knee replacement soon. I'm sure she'll need some help, so maybe I'll do that. Well, as luck would have it, I don't have enough sour cream to make the baked ziti. So I'm just going to whip up a quick bechamel sauce to complement the dish, and I'll include that recipe as well in the description box below. It might even taste better. This is the bechamel I use, the white sauce I use with my lasagna, so you'll see this recipe again in that lasagna video when I make it. So I will just speed right through this, and you can watch as we go. First thing we do is get our flame going on medium. That's about medium. And I need 4 tablespoons of butter. Cooking is about improvisation, and so it's nice to have extra things in your repertoire that you can make. It works a little hard for me sometimes. And so this is just an extra one that I'm throwing in today, sort of because I have to, but maybe that's just the universe telling me that someone out there needs to know how to make bechamel sauce. And maybe you don't have sour cream, but maybe you have milk and flour and a little bit of butter and salt and pepper, and that's really all it takes. So I'm game if you are. So let me just get some flour in here. That's a 1/4 cup for anyone who's interested, but again, the recipe will be in the description box below. So I'm just going to whisk all this in together, and then I let the flour taste cook out for a minute or two. So now I'm just going to grab my milk, a little splash, slowly add that in, and I'll whisk it in. This is starting to thicken up nicely. I can feel it on the bottom of the skillet. So this is looking nice. So the flame is off again, and you can see the thickness. Grab a spoon real quick so you can see it's nice and thick. Definitely coats the back of the spoon. Seasoning is really good. Just grab my spoon rest over here. Shout out to my niece for getting me the double spoon rest. It's for Christmas, so I guess my Santa Claus niece. Alright, so now if we look over here, good timing. And so now I add a good bit of salt, and that's to flavor the pasta itself while it's cooking. And in it goes. And I'll give it a little zhuzh. Okay, so our timer just went off. We'll shut off the flame. So I need to drain this, and I'll be right back. Here on the island, I have 2 8x8 pans. I have some non-stick cooking spray. I'll spray these pans in just a moment. You'll see that. I have our Parmesan, I have our Parmesan cheese, our Bolognese sauce, and this is our provolone cheese, and this is a mix of Parmesan and Gouda instead of mozzarella. I just didn't have any mozzarella that was open. And so here's our pasta that I just drained and our bechamel sauce. So let's get into it. So first things first, shake up my non-stick cooking spray and get both of these pans thoroughly covered. If you've ever had to dig pasta out of the corner of a pan, then you'll know the benefit of doing this step. Oh, got a little hair action going there. Ignore that. Pretend it's not there. Alright, let's start layering. First layer is going to be our pasta. So we'll put some ziti down. Thought I dropped one, but I guess not. Can you see that? Just one second, I need to open these jars, so just a moment. Okay, the jars are open. Let's get going. So then we want to put in our red sauce. I like I like my pasta to be a little bit saucy, so the recipe may not afford you this much sauce, but if you make and can your own like I do, then you can go crazy. Let's get our provolone on there. You know what, it only calls for 8 slices. And I think this is a pack of 10. No, it's a pack of 12. So I'm going to put 6. Who said that too much cheese is a bad thing? I'm going to move these out. And I'll do 6 in each. And now we're going to put our bechamel sauce. I may save that sour cream and just make some, oh, what will I make? Quesadillas. Maybe I'll make some quesadillas. Alright, so now we'll put more ziti on top. Well, it's not ziti yet. Penne pasta. I had a jumper there. So now we'll do our Parmesan and Gouda mixture. I'm going a little crazy with the cheese here. I think the recipe calls for 6 ounces, but in my kitchen, anything qualifies as 6 ounces of cheese. Okay, so now I'll put the red sauce on it. I keep kneeling down so I can see you. As I was saying earlier, I like it a little saucier. Especially the one that's going to go in the freezer, this one. Because that pasta, while it's freezing and especially while it's thawing, it's going to absorb a lot of sauce, a lot of the moisture. Put my hands off a little bit so I can, yuck. Oops, forget you saw that. So now I want to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top. I think I'm going to put some Italian seasoning on top, so just a moment. Life's about improvisation. It's your kitchen. You can put whatever you want on your baked ziti or any other recipe. I'm not there. I'm not going to grade you, and I'm not going to check in. If you like it, you think it sounds good, then try it. And if it wasn't any good, then you'll know the next time. Now what I'm doing here is I'm putting some, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon or so in my hand, and I'm rubbing it, and it sort of wakes up that spice. It's been in the jar for a long time. So we don't know how long it's been in there from the store, and by showing you that, I just got a whole bunch right there. But that's okay. Whoever eats this part will be very Italian. And then I just give it a dusting because those big flakes look nice too. Alright, so I'm going to cover this one with foil, and I'm going to get it in the freezer, and this one will get covered and just put in the refrigerator, and I'll bake this one tonight. Okay, so here we are for the taste test of this baked ziti. Doesn't it look great? It's probably still hot, so it'll probably burn my mouth. Maybe I should take a smaller bite. Mmm. The pasta is cooked just right. The Italian seasoning is really good. That Bolognese is really flavorful. I'll put a link at the top for the video for the Bolognese sauce. If you don't have one you like already, give this one a try. I think you'll like it. That cheese is so good. All right. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. As always, I appreciate it. Be safe and be well.